Now that we're outside of Pro Tools, we're going to open up the Trigger instrument editor and start dragging in those samples to then create our TCI files that we're going to put back into Trigger inside of Pro Tools to use in our session. So first things first, if you don't have the Trigger instrument editor, you can download that from Stephen Slate. It's a free plugin. It's great. You will have to download like the Stephen Slate Audio Center or whatever, but whatever. Once you have it, we'll open it up. Excuse me. And essentially what we have here are just rows and columns. The rows are the velocity layers, and then the columns are the round robins. We have 5 round robins, and then down here you'll want to make sure you turn on this round robin selector. So each time that a sample is triggered, it's going to cycle through each round robin. Here on this left-hand side are just kind of like the velocity threshold of where you want a velocity to exist. So if you want your velocity 6 to only exist at the very loudest audio sample, you can just bring this threshold up. I try to leave the top end fairly open because I like those samples to be triggered the majority of the time, since I'm usually doing rim shots. And then I'm just going to lower some of these that are going to be for the ghost notes. So now that we've got this set up the way that we'd like, you're going to just point this directory to wherever your exported WAV files are. In this case, I've got the Solid Black Beauty 44.124. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to create a TCI file of the snare bus, the overheads, and the rooms. Normally you would do a TCI file of all of these to create your presets inside of Trigger. But I'm going to use the snare bus just for now. In here you've got all the velocities and all of the round robins, and I'm just going to select each of them and put them on their corresponding row. Now that they're there, we're going to save the TCI file. Go ahead and save it to your sample library folder, just because inside of Trigger, you'll want to be able to point it to an overall folder where all of your samples live. So for this example, we're in this folder. Doesn't matter, but you get what I'm saying. So I've got this Solid Black Beauty snare bus, and I'm going to save this in samples as the TCI file. Now we're going to clear all these cells, and then we're going to move to the overheads. And the reason I want to clear cells and not start over is because I want all of these velocity thresholds to be the same, because I want the snare bus velocity 6A to trigger the same as the overheads velocity 6A. And if these are different, it's going to trigger at different velocity thresholds. So now we're going to load up this same table. We're going to save this as Solid Black Beauty overheads. We're going to clear all the cells, move on to rooms, and load them up. Save this, Solid Black Beauty rooms. Yay! Now that we've got all of our TCI files created, let's go ahead and close out of the Trigger instrument editor, and I'm going to open up the last song that we worked with samples in, which was Stupid by Gray Lee, and I'm just going to show you how we can incorporate our own samples into that song using Trigger. Still looking good? Cool. And then I've just got to change a couple of these things back to the way they were so I can show how to point to the new library and whatnot. Slower. All right, here we are. Okay, we've got our session open, and if you remember, we put a kick sample to help supplement the actual kick raw audio, and then on the snare sample we actually added just a snare reverb using trigger. But let's just say we don't like this the snare drum sound at all, so we want to fully replace it. So I'm just going to mute the snare bus, which would be of the raw audio, and I'm going to open up trigger, and I'm going to point the directory to the folder with all of our new TCI files. So now that we've got that, I'm going to get back in here and clear all of these slots. And now that all of these slots are cleared, I'm going to go to our browser to find the snare bus and drag it on, the overheads, and the rooms. And now we can kind of fuss with all of the settings. So realistically, this should now we're playing our snare sample. So in context,
No reason to keep our hands clean. We'll laugh it off in the morning. Let's do something worth regretting.
which sounds rad. That's awesome. This says Giuliano Soundcheck Snare. That's not actually correct. That's just the preset. So what we would do here if we liked this Solid Black Beauty preset, maybe we bring the overheads down, the rooms down a little bit. We would just save this, help me out here, save preset here, and then we would just call this Solid Black Beauty Trigger Preset. And then when we go to load in our browser, I think I have to take the insert off, and then we're going to add it back in. And now we can just click that and boom, everything is back in here. Solid Black Beauty Trigger Preset. Let's say we actually still liked the sound of the snare drum from the recording, and we just want to do what we did in the last example and just use the room sound for the reverb. I'm just going to go ahead and mute these and solo the drums, and let's have a listen. Let's say we wanted to match it even closer to the original snare sound. This Black Beauty sound is obviously different drum material. I was using an acrylite on this record. But if we wanted to match the tuning a little bit, you can actually go to this tuning knob and pitch it up or down if you need. So that actually sounds a little bit closer to me. Let's hear it in context.
I know that we should take the high road, 'cause we'll both regret it all tomorrow. But right now, what if we let go? Can we be stupid?
Hell yeah, that sounds rad. Okay, the cool part about this is now I'm using my own samples in my own song with my own drums to help enhance the drum sound and give some more clarity. Like, let's say, I was really just looking for a better room sound for the snare. I wasn't replacing the snare. I added in a snare room sample, which is actually even better than just sending the raw audio snare to a plate or something, because I'm getting all of the bleed from the hi-hats and the cymbals and the other drums and whatnot. So this really just cleans up the drums and just adds a cleaner room sound to the snare drum, which to me is just really cool. And it's my own. I created it. So there's something really powerful to creating your own samples. obviously, I encourage you to make your own samples. If you don't want to, you can always, I have samples of different snares, different tunings. You can find those on my website. And hopefully you can find yourself making snare samples, because there is some freedom, a newfound feeling of freedom to putting your own samples on a track to enhance your already awesome drum tones. So hopefully y'all experiment with this and enjoy making these sounds. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.